Yeah, so what's up folks? So today I'm gonna do some repair on this Vauxhall Insignia. It has some noise coming from the engine, which I'll find out that it's the PCV valve that's gone. So basically the noise is coming from the camshaft seal. Camshaft seal down there. Basically, air is sucking in through that rubber seal. And here, you can see the PCV valve. If you got this engine and you're hearing air coming out, and when you put your finger, this PCV valve is faulty. Needs to be replaced. And also another sign is, when you pull the dipstick out, the noise goes. So if you have this issue where you pull the dipstick out and the noise goes, that means you have a faulty PCV valve. In, out. So today I'm gonna replace the rocker cover, which include the PCV valve. Here we got the replacement. That's the replacement part number. That's my receipts and stuff. It costs almost £400. 380 something pounds. What is the you need two things. You have to get these as well. These are O-rings for the fuel injector. You're gonna remove the fuel injector bar, so you need to get these to replace them. And this is the rocker cover with the new PCV valve. The thing is, this is the bit that goes faulty, and Vauxhall, they don't sell this thing on its own. You have to buy the whole cover just to replace this bit. So yeah, we're gonna put this in and I'll show the step of the way how I'll get this in. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna disconnect the battery. So disconnect the battery. Then I'm gonna remove everything from around the rocker cover so I can undo the rocker cover bolts. Yeah. So this has to come off, this hose. This has to get out the way, I think. Maybe not. This little bracket around here has to come off. So I'm gonna start off by removing these bolts to get this spark plug pop thing out. So get off all these bolts, or maybe I should start from here. You know, I'm doing the top first here, so I'll get off all these bolts and see what's going on down the bottom. Yeah, so to get the cables off the fuel injector, basically put a screwdriver here and this little thing here, you squeeze down. You squeeze it down, yeah, like that. Squeeze down, then you pull the cable at the same time. So basically, you squeeze down, and you get a bird beak pliers, and where's the bloody thing? Yeah, you got bird beak pliers, and then you grab that cable and pull it out at the same time to get those out. I'm not gonna take the injectors itself out. So basically I just pull, I think I have to pull these two screws, bam bam. And I think this one has to come up, yeah, I'm not sure, but this one may have to come up, maybe not. And disconnect all the cables. So I took this hose off, and to get it off, you push a screwdriver here, pull this metal thing up on the both side, and then pull it out and it comes right off. So the thing is, this fuel line, this metal has no flex in it, so I think I may have to unbolt it from the other end over there, because it's on top of the cover. Yeah, so I undo that hose, got it out of the way, so now you can see a bit better. So that's the fuel rail thing comes around here. So I think I'm gonna have to focus. I'm gonna have to unbolt that bolt, and hopefully I can just lift this whole bar off. Yeah, so a number 17 spanner fit that bolt. I'm gonna unbolt that. I know you have to remove all these screws as well because it's bolted down. So I'm unbolting it, and there's petrol squealing out because I drove the car this morning, so I guess there is pressure inside there, so I'm like gently let it squeeze out, let air out. It's not a lot, so this will be a petrol squealing out. Yeah, so after I tug on this fuel rail, there petrol flowing down there. Hopefully it'll evaporate. I may get some paper towel and try dry it up. This thing is a bit, but you have to tug it a bit. After you undo all the bolts, you tug on it a bit. Oh, these come from under here, or they're spacers. Use the spacers underneath these bolts. Yep. Yeah, so there's a bit of petrol. Yeah. You can see there's a lot of it down there. Maybe there's a different way to do this. Before, maybe if I take this off, before I took this off, maybe I should have, maybe I could have leaked the petrol out some other way. I'll get rid of the pressure that was built up inside. But anyway, that's it. Bad news. This tube that goes to this thing here, that's somehow connected to the turbo. I was trying to pull it out of this, so I took the clamp off and was trying to get it out, and guess what? Snapped right off. Yeah, hopefully it's long enough so maybe I could push this metal thing back up into here and still get it connected without replacing it. So be careful of this thing. It's not a strong thing. It's very it's like from a plastic tube, but it has water in it. It's like coming from the radiator, because all my water leak out. Yeah, so be careful with this bit here. Maybe I should have did it from this side, because this is metal, so maybe I should have to try to remove it from this side instead of this plastic side. So yeah, I think I got everything cleared. Took off the fuel rail, and everything around the cover looks cleared. So I think all I have to do now is unbolt the cover and pop it right off. Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm taking off, undoing the bolts for the cover. Got one bolt left. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So I got the cover off. That's what this thing looks like inside. Yeah. That's the old cover there. That's the thing that's PCV valve that's gone. It's not hard. It's definitely not hard to change this rocker cover. Easy peasy. Boom. Yeah. So another thing I'm gonna change the O-rings really. I'm gonna change the O-rings that's on here. That's screwdriver. Yeah, the O-rings that's on the tip of this fuel injector. Change them before I put the cover on, because then I have more room to work down here. So before you put the cover on, swap over the O-rings. I'm gonna use my baby wipes to clean up this area where the gasket goes. And that's about it for now. For now, I'm taking a break, having a nice kind of Red Bull, and take a 5-minute break, and then hit it again. Yeah, so use my baby wipes and clean up the oil off where the gas is gonna sit. So now it's time to put on the new one. Yeah. And as you can see on the new part, on the PCV valve, it has a GM part number. You know, it has a GM part number, but they don't sell this part separate. Because if they sell this part separate, it's just a matter of unbolting the PCV valve, this one, old one, the fault one, and replace it. Simple. But no, you have to buy the whole thing, which is over £300. So before you put the cam cover on, you need to swap the O-rings. So you can use like a little pointy tool, you know, and pull the old O-ring off and then put a new one on. So remember I said some petrol leak out when I removed the fuel rail. So I'm just gonna use some baby wipes and soak that petrol up before I put the cover on. Now I put the new cover on, and it's time to bolt it on. Yeah, so I put the cover on, bolt up everything. I only got one issue now, is this bit that snapped. So I took this metal bit out, the broken bit, so I need to somehow push this back up in there, and then almost finished. Yep. Yeah, so I drive that metal thing up into this tube, so now it should work. It's long enough, should be able to stretch it and get it back. Yeah, it should be alright. Okay, so I start the car up. Yeah, and it starts, and look, that noise is gone. I don't hear it anymore. I don't hear that whistling sound coming from here. And I need the car to warm up now to see if that cam seal still make noise. When the car warm up a bit, hopefully no more noise. I said this ain't a hard job. Probably around 2 hours for a newbie like myself. Took me around 2 hours, I think, to get it done. Yeah. And the engine sounds more quiet compared to when the old valve was on. No sucking noise is coming. Like I said, once this is sucking air, like before making that sucking noise, that thing is gone. That's how GM tells if the PCV valve is damaged, if this bit here is sucking air. So no more air sucking, and no more squealing noise. That's it. Boom. So yeah, I have the car running for around half an hour. Now everything seems fine. Yeah, still still running smooth. No sucking. Yeah, no sucking. No noise from the seal down there. Yeah, so this was 100% the fault. Yep. Boom.